Okay, into the grid. Very nice. Oh, it likes to have focus for you to get the music, and that's no problem. Become a master hacker in this Cyberpunk Roguelike Deckbuilder. Explore the dangers of cyberspace and fight evil corporations. Yes. Build an upgraded deck of powerful programs, unlock perks and skills, and unleash digital hell on your enemies. Dive into the grid. I like that it says click to jack in. Okay, it is currently in early access. It is available on Steam now. And it looks like they have a Discord for feedback. The roadmap actually brings up another page on Steam, so we'll look at that later. Oops, hold on. There we go. Quickly check the settings. I think things are good. Looks all right. Just double check. You can, oh, that's nice. You can turn on and off the, oh. I like it when they do just a little bit to make it look like it's an old school monitor. So I'm going to leave that on. You can turn off the scan lines if you want. You can turn off that darkening around the edges. You can turn off that, like the chromatic aberrations to just a little fuzz, but I'm going to leave it all on. And, oh wow, master volume is at, I'm going to go to 0.5. Oh, this is what I love. Mute on minimize. So I'm going to turn that off. And for accessibility, combat camera mode, default or soft. I'm curious what that is. We'll find out. Okay. Let's start a new run. I also appreciate that to leave the game, you jack out. Okay, so we now have multiple characters. One, Ursa. Ursa's features are Feral to amplify the attacks, Grit to amplify your defenses, Max Vim, so you build resources for big payoff, and you specialize on one card subset. Ursula Genma is a mother with a checkered past trying to save her daughter from a dangerous situation. And then there's Darwin. Darwin mostly does assists, cards that provide buffs, one-time use cards, discard your cards for powerful effects, and temporarily enhance your commands. Armin Bark, a young prodigy looking for a miracle cure in a world of snake oil salesmen. I like Darwin. Darwin seems like a trickster deck kind of thing, so let's give Darwin a try. And choose a mission. Oh wow. So we have tutorial, beginner, intermediate, and expert runs. Okay. Tutorial run is Schaefer and Schaefer Labs. Assisted gameplay, yeah, we want this because we want you to explain it to me. So learn the basics to navigate the grid. Let's go. Oh. Welcome to the grid. The grid is a digital infrastructure runner's hack. Grids are comprised of clusters, virtual rooms that hold nodes. Nodes are the smallest functioning elements of the grid. You can move the camera by holding the WASD keys or holding right-click with the mouse. Got it. Grids are divided into layers, which act like floors of the entire domain. Each layer has a core node that will let you advance to the next layer if you defeat its core keeper. Your objective is to reach the deepest layer, find the final core node, and breach its mainframe. Let's learn about nodes. Click on that data node. Okay, nodes have different ways of being used. Try extracting this one. Okay, so I see extract, exploit, and rehash. Extracting nodes will always provide intel. Intel are stolen corporate files used as currency to buy things inside the grid. To move between clusters, you'll need to pass through gates. Check out that gate. Most gates have specific conditions that need to be met to unlock them. So for this gate, you need to use all the nodes in the cluster. Well, extract. Give me that sweet, sweet intel money. Okay, the gate has been automatically unlocked because you've met its condition. Oh, I like the little, oh, that's cute. Open the gate. Hold on. Ah, there we go. Okay, click on the data node to see another way you can interact with a node. I don't like that there's clearly something here that's going to hurt me. I'm just saying. Okay. While navigating the grid, some actions you take will increase your trace. Trace measures how aware of your presence the grid is. For every 10 points of trace gained, grid will increase its alarm level, making the run more difficult and the enemies more dangerous. So don't get detected, or when the more you're detected, the harder it gets to get out. Okay. Try exploiting this node. Okay. Now doing this will increase my trace level, but also plus 25% intel, so nice. Different nodes can be exploited for different effects. Check out how to advance further by inspecting that gate. Okay, so this is a combat gate. You have to defeat all the sentinels in the cluster. Great. This is a combat gate, so you must defeat all sentinel ice. In this case, that is intrusion counter. Wait, what does ice stand for? Hold on a second. In Cyberpunk world. Not the other kind. Yeah, intrusion countermeasures electronics. Okay, there we go. Hopefully now you can see things and stuff, and it's fine. Wow. Okay, yeah, that was a weird thing on my end. All right, so we saw its intent. So sorry, to go over all that again, we had hit points, essentially my hit points in the lower, runner integrity, the enemy's hit points in the upper. This is its intent. Sorry, it's passive, and below it is its intent. Okay, playing cards costs clock. A card's clock cost is shown on the left next to its name. Now try attacking the ice by dragging a code slash and targeting the sentinel. Okay, so code slash deals 20 damage. Boom. Playing cards fills this yellow bar here. That's virtual memory. Many cards generated, and it's used to activate your commands and trigger some cards' conditional effects. You can check how much Vim a card generates by counting the yellow symbols beneath its clock cost. Okay, so we're slowly building up virtual memory by playing cards, and then we get to do some funky stuff with these. Commands are powerful skills that can swing a battle in the blink of an eye. Normally, any given command can only be used once per turn, so keep that in mind. Okay, so the more cards we play, we'll build up the Vim, as in Vim and Vigor. All right, so we have 2 more turns. It is going to deal 30 damage, inflict 1 exposed, and then it's also going to inflict exposed on itself. So 30 damage is kind of rough. I'm gonna throw up a shield. That blue bar over your integrity is your barrier. Hey, Matt. Some cards generated and it blocks incoming damage. Barrier expires at the start of your following turn. So that's like a normal shield kind of thing. I'm actually going to do double. I'm going to do barrier again because it's going to bite me for 30 and I don't like that. We can't do any more actions, so end my turn. Oh. Okay, that robot got a little spidery on me. Didn't appreciate that. While fighting in the grid, you may apply or receive buffs or debuffs. The statuses you're affected by are shown above your hand and next to the enemy. So right now we've been hit by exposed. All the damage we get is going to increase by 25% for the next round. Hey, Esoterica. But it also inflicted exposed on itself. Now it's going to deal 62 damage at the end of this turn. And it gave itself 9 barrier. What can I do? I can gain 20 barrier. I can deal 20 damage, but if I have 10 Vim, it deals 40 damage. Okay, let's start with this. Okay, so you took more damage. So now I can use my my virtual to do a command, which is scout. I could draw a card. If I get 10, I can do dig, which is draw 3 and then choose 1 to discard. And if I get 18, I can draw a card and then get 2 more turns. Dang it. All right, I'm gonna gain some barrier. I want to get to 10, so I just need the barrier at this point because you're gonna hurt me. I don't like that. Okay. Ow. Remember, you can visualize all the cards you can still draw in your repo. Okay, so the repo is like my draw pile. And then the recycler, I think, is cards that are discarded and played. Okay, whenever your repo is empty, you need to draw from it. All the cards here get reshuffled. So this is my discard pile. And then I'm sure there will be other cards that are, like, the minute you play them, they're done. Okie dokie. You're going to deal 12 damage, 12 damage, and 12 damage. I don't want any of that, honestly. So I'm gonna hit you for 20. And then I'm going to use this, which is an amped cyber shell. So I would gain 20 barrier, but I have at least 10, so I'm going to gain 40 barrier and decompile. So essentially, this is a user lose. I'm going to gain 40 barrier, and I won't be able to use this card again, but it's 40 barrier, and you're going to deal me 36 damage. And these card games are the only times that apparently I know how to do math. So there you go. Let's also generate some extra Vim. And then let's do some damage. Okay, it's going to do Silken Barrage. It's going to deal me a bunch of damage. But none of it got through, so that's good. Okay, I'm also going to use my amped Code Slash, which is if I have at least 10 Vim, I'm going to deal 40 damage to all targets, so I'll do that first. And now you have 22 hit points left. You're going to deal 50 damage, so I got to take you out. Good night. Okay, and hash keys. Ooh, resource used to unlock some gates and rehash nodes. Okay. After defeating that sentinel, you got a hash key. Hash keys are a resource used to rehash nodes and unlock some gates. They are mainly obtained by defeating sentinels. Now that this node does not have a sentinel blocking it anymore, you can interact with it. Exploit this and choose... Oh, this exploit is to obtain a card. That still increases my trace, which is at 2 of 10, so... But I get a card. Oh, I like this. Deal 20 damage and gain 20 barrier. Yeah, I'll take that. All right, open the gate and move forward. This cluster is controlled by an extraction watcher. You can check its description by clicking on it. Ooh. Each time you extract a node in this cluster, you gain a trace. So the more nodes I extract, I increase my likelihood of being detected. I don't like that. Most clusters will have a watcher monitoring them, placed there to penalize your actions. There are also 2 gates. Inspect each one. Okay, you unlock this gate by using all nodes in the cluster. You unlock this gate by spending 1 hash key. Okay, exploit the data node to avoid the extraction much. Oh, what? Oh, if I extract, that's going to be a problem. But this I'll just exploit. Okay, exploit that exchange node to spend some of the intel you have. Yeah, all this is still increasing my, trace. This is Surface, the shop for where you can exchange intel, other cards for intel and other resources for cards, tools, and more. Feel free to browse and buy. Leave when you're ready, and remember, you won't be able to come back until you find another exchange node. Okay, that's... I like that we have the Guy Fawkes mask for this one. How much intel? I have 320 intel. Fun guys. Cute. If you buy adjacent items, reduce trace by 2. If you buy all adjacent items... Oh, so if you buy the items next to these 2. Got it. Okay. I can also... This is an interesting gamble. I can increase my trace by 2, so I can increase the chances I'll get caught to reduce the cost of the adjacent items. I think I'll just buy them outright. I'll buy the fun guys. And I'll buy the Adonis ad blocker. And be out. Okay, eliminate that sentinel to get to that render node. Start the combat. Everything I'm doing is increasing my trace. I have not played Netrunner. I have heard of it. I remember it, but I've never played Netrunner. Okay. It's going to gain barrier and then deal damage. And every time it hits, it restores integrity equal to half the damage dealt. So every time it hits me, it's going to heal itself for half of that damage. I don't like that at all. Personally, I think that sucks. So I'm going to play my hoplite. I'm going to deal 20 damage and gain some barrier. I'm going to do some damage. And right now I think it's going easy on us, so we've only got 1 enemy to attack. I suspect in the future we're going to have to decide between multiple enemies. But yeah, we're just attacking. Because it's going to get that... It's going to get a lot of that health back at the next turn anyway. That's a lot of barrier. Okay, you're going to deal 30 damage and inflict 1 exposed, so I'm going to take more damage. I don't like that. So let me use my fun guys to draw a card. I'll gain barrier. I'll deal some damage. Ugh, that shield's going to take me too long to take down. I will gain some more barrier because you're being a butt. You're going to deal 50 damage. You can become a problem really quickly, I see, is the thing. Because every time you hit me, you're going to heal that much half back. You're a problem. And my incoming damage is increased because I'm exposed. I don't like any of this at all. Okay, I'm going to draw a card. I'm going to deal 40 damage to you. I'm going to use my Vim to draw 3 cards. And well, actually, hold on. What do I have in here? Not tons that I can do. But I'll use it anyway. Okay. Get rid of that one. Okay, the hoplite will get me 20 damage and 20 barrier. And now I should just be able to deal 20 damage to you, and we're done. Ooh, okay. That was about to get sweaty. All right, so hash key and some intel. Let's get it. Okay, you can rehash that render node. Rehashing nodes overhauls their functionality in a major way. It's resource consuming, but usually has a big payoff. Okay. Oh, okay, so if I rehash it, I can disable a target watcher, sentinel, or gate. So let me rehash. Okay. Icebreakers are tools that can disable any ice instantly, whether sentinel or watcher. Keep in mind, tools expire when you move to a new layer, so use or lose. Okay. So I now have a tool that will disable a target watcher, sentinel, or gate. Okay, explore the cluster behind this gate. This cluster has some incredibly useful nodes. However, it's also protected by an activity watcher, so using any of them in any way would increase your trace. Use the icebreaker on the activity watcher to avoid the additional trace. Okay, so icebreaker. Exploit every node here. Can do. Okay, so these are segments of source code you can pick up and will grant different bonuses for the run. So now we have some passives. I'm going to go with generate at the start of each combat. All right, exploit, obtain a card. Protocols. Okay, this is a new one. Protocols are cards that change the rules of combat once played and disappear until the end of combat. Add that one to your deck. Okay. My trace is going up. I don't love this for me. Okay, now I can upgrade a card. Okay, so for these, they start to deal more damage. Oh, what does my hoplite do? Yeah, we'll do that one. Okay. Now the alarm level has been raised. Well, crap. That last action raised the grid's alarm level. In this case, raising the alarm level caused that gate to close, but sometimes can spawn new sentinels as well. The gate can be opened, but it will now raise your trace. Open it. Okay, so the gate became a heavy gate, and now it increases our trace to open it. I don't like that. Okay, and the hash key gate, we open that by spending a hash key, and we have 1. Finally, you found the core node of this layer. Core nodes always have exceptionally powerful sentinel on them known as the Core Keeper. I know that game. Since this tutorial grid has only one layer, this is the final core node. Keep in mind, real corporate grids can have multiple layers. Before the final battle, there are 2 more things you should learn. First, try customizing your commands for combat here. Oh, interesting. So we can have a minor, a major, and a critical command. So let's change this to Roar, to Feral, it increases your outgoing damage. This is interesting. Choose 2 cards from your discard pile and bring them back to your hand, or choose 1 card from your draw pile and place it in your hand. This actually seems like it's a bit more important to just choose 1 card from my draw pile. Draw 1 card and gain 2 clock. Choose a card from your draw pile and play it for free. Or discard a card from your hand and reduce its clock cost. So if you discard a card, you can reduce the cost of it for the entire combat. Most of my cards right now have a cost of 1, so it would essentially make my card free for the rest of combat. Though I'm gonna go again with the play a card from my draw hand for free, so we'll try that. Lastly, check out your skills. You can use any of your skills at any time. Doing so will disable all skills until the alarm level is raised. Okay, so there's Hunting Grounds, which selects a revealed cluster and chooses between 3 buffs for combat inside that cluster. Select an area on the grid. All node actions cost 1 less trace. Or Blink. Select an empty space on a revealed cluster and teleport to it. Okay, so these would have helped if I'd known about them. I could have been using these to move around or reducing the amount of trace for actions. Okay, I kind of get it. In this case, you can try using the Hunting Grounds skill in the core node cluster to get a benefit for the final battle. Okay, plus 5 Vim. I'll take it. All right.
Oh, I'm in the future, but somehow also in the past. Let's take on the core node. I can't say this word. Core node cluster. All right, breach the mainframe. Face the core keeper to finish the run. Oh, you. Why does core keeper so swole though? Okay, why so swole? In combat, you can check your active drivers and their effects here. Some Sentinels have companion devices or independent parts of themselves called peripherals to aid them in combat. Disabling them is not mandatory to win the combat. Okay, so the Core Keeper is Maxilla Mark 1, but it also has a peripheral, Jaw, Ooh, interesting. Okay. Peripherals have their own separate integrity and subroutines and must be targeted separately by single target attacks. Disabling a peripheral will set off its death trigger. Okay, I think I'm understanding this now. Okay, this is interesting. The Maxilla Mark I. It's gonna beat its chest and gain 31 barrier. At the end of my turn, if it has any barrier, it upgrades all of its offense. Its jaw, if I can kill it, will remove all barrier from the ice, but even so, but mainly it's going to remove barrier from me. So this kind of sucks for me right now. I think we're gonna activate our protocol. We're gonna draw a card. And we're just gonna start doing some damage. Oh, I should have gone for the jaw. That's okay. That's fine.
All right, we'll see what happens at the end of this turn. Okay, so it's not doing any damage to me, but it was trying to take my barrier away. It's going to do a Thunder Smash, so it's going to gain barrier. It's also going to deal 18 damage, and when it hits me, it's going to inflict debilitated, which makes my outgoing damage go down. I don't love this for me. Let me see if there's anything I can do about it, though. Might not be. Oh, if at the end of my turn it has any barrier. So I need to do this to get rid of your barrier. I need to draw a card, and hopefully it's an attack. It is, so let me do this. And I have max Vim, so let me see if I have a card in my repo that I want to play for free. I do, but it's not really going to help me. Alright, I'm going to do this. Gain 2 feral. I'll do that. You're going to remove all the barrier from me anyway, but that's your turn, not mine. You don't have any barrier at the end of my turn, so it will be fine. You're going to hit me, but you're not going to be able to do damage. Oh, girl. Okay. Calm down. Okay, so you still haven't been able to do damage. You're going to do the same thing again. You're going to gain 18 barrier and deal 18 damage. So I need to take your I need to take your barrier down by the end of the turn. Oh, this is getting kind of wild. But first off, okay, first to you. Then to you. Actually, let's get rid of this jaw. I'm a little tired of this. Yeah, if I have at least 10 Vim, which is maxed right now, I'm going to do 42 damage to all targets. Let's go. Yeah, take your jaw out. I can do nothing. Well, I can execute. Do I have anything in my repo to play for free? Oh, I do. A hoplite. Let's play a card from my repo for free. Smack. Okay, what are you going to do now? That's right. Nothing. Okay, you have 18 barrier on you and 44 integrity. I could use that code slash, so I'm gonna grab that. And I'm gonna hit you for 20. I'm gonna hit you for 20. I'm gonna do... And a barrier. Oh, and draw a card. Okay, none of that helped. Alright, you're going to gain 27 barrier, deal 24 damage. You're not going to be able to get through my barrier, but it's going to make it harder next turn. Personal space, buddy. Dang. Okay, you're going down, pal. Done. Okay, so that was the tutorial run for Into the Grid. Fun. I do want to start a new... I want to start a new run. Just to see a few... Just to get into a few more. So let's try the beginner. Okay, it features one layer, fewer sentinels, weaker sentinels, and better nodes. Okay. And I get no help this time. Oh, is that me? Oh, I'm on a little spider leggy thing myself? Interesting. Okay, so Darwin's skills are select a revealed cluster. At the start of combats inside that cluster, upgrade 2 random cards. Select an area. All rehash actions cost 1 less. Select 2 sentinels on the grid to web lock them. If they're web locked, I can walk through them without having to disable them. That would get me through this room with 1 less combat. But however, we've got you. What do you do? For every gate you open in this cluster, it's +1 trace. Okay. This gate is by using all the nodes. This gate is by defeating all the sentinels. If I have to defeat them anyway, then I'll just do this. Okay, so now I receive 2 random upgrades every time. Let's go ahead and get to a compiler. Now I almost want the alarm level to go up so I get my skills back. Let's obtain a card. Techno Badger. Oh, Kataguchi menu. Create 2 random scripts. So this deck creates kind of like random cards that just they show up and they are like they disappear after you use them. That sounds kind of interesting. Even on discard you can create... Oh yeah, that's... Yeah. Let's try that one. Okay. I can't get to the printer because there's a sentinel in my way, so let's go ahead and do this. Oh no! I just dealt with you and I don't like you. That is not fair. Okay, we're going to use this to gain 30 barrier, discard a card, and draw a card. Let's discard this because when I discard it, it creates a random script. Okay, the cocoon script. I gain 10 more barrier. Okay. This also creates a random script. Deal 10 damage. I'm going to deal 10 damage to the jaw. Actually, I'm going to get rid of your jaw. Just, it's got to go. Okay. And then I will gain 10 barrier and end the turn. So now I just have to start massively hitting your stuff. Code Smash. Okay, so it does a lot of damage, and then I gain overclocked. So I get an extra clock next turn. So let's hit you for this. And let's see here. Oh, you hit me for a little bit because I wasn't paying attention. That's on me. But I have one more. Okay, so oh, and my outgoing damage is lower. Oh, you butt face. Well, you're a jaw face, really, but still. Okay, let's try creating a random script. Okay. This will deal 8 damage. And I can create a copy of the last script I played this turn. So we'll do 8 more damage. That gets your shield away. Now let's just hit you and hit you and hit you. And then I will use a force field and end my turn. Okay, you're going to gain more barrier, so I need to take this barrier down and then take you out. Fun. Let's create 2 random scripts. Okay, both of these are going to bite. I bites. I bites. Let's actually create another one. Bites again. And now I should be able to take you out with the code crunch. Boop. All right, so I get a hash key and some intel. And now, I'm sorry, what do you do? Every time I open a gate, it's +1 trace. So I can still mess around with these. I'm going to obtain a random basic tool. The tool was Sentinel Breaker. Disable a sentinel. No time like the present. Okay, that was nice. All right, data exploit additional intel when extracting any nodes. Let's do that again and increase our trace. Okay. I can exploit. Wow. Okay, I can disable a sentinel in the current cluster again. So let's just disable you. Okay, the cluster is mostly cleared. I'm gonna extract some intel. That does not increase my trace. Okay, now the I can leave, but it's gonna, no matter what, hey CarGenX, it's going to increase my trace no matter which way I go. I don't have a way of seeing ahead, and I don't have a way of disabling this, so we're just gonna have to do it. Okay, and this gate is all the nodes. This gate is all the sentinels. So we'll do one more sentinel battle. Oh, and you, every time I use a node in the cluster, it's +1 trace. I cannot win today. Well, let's just take out some sentinels then. Okay, so it's another Centroid Mark 1, and it's gonna restore its health every time it hits me. Boo earns. So there's no reason not to come out strong. Okay, you're going to deal 32 damage, so let me see if I can gain some barrier. So I can mitigate some of that damage. Okay. Let me use my free stuff first. Create a random script. Create 2 random scripts. Perfect. Okay. You're going to gain 32 barrier and deal 16 damage, which means you'll heal 8. So I have to start doing some I got to start doing some nasty. Deal some damage. Cocoon up. Cocoon up. That'll block all your incoming damage. Deal some damage. I'd like to deal more damage, so I'm going to try this one. More damage. Okay, that's feeling better. Uppercut, nice. Okay, you are going to deal 24 damage and inflict 1 exposed. I need to break through 32 points of shield and 34 points of health. That's not going to be easy. So I'm just going to hit you as much as I can, because you're not going to barrier up. Oh, actually, I'm going to use my Vim to draw 4 cards. And then I'm going to use this to create a random script and hope that it's a damage one. Yes, baby! Thank you, random chance deities. All right, another hash key and some more intel. Now, every time I use a node, it's +1 trace, so, oh well. Ooh, this is interesting. It's a teleport node. Teleport to a random cluster. Let's teleport to a random cluster. Bye. Okay, my trace level's gone up though, so kind of got a problem. Every time I extract a node in this cluster, +1 trace. The gates. You... Okay, I need to spend money to get out of you. I need to spend a hash key for you. And I need to use all the nodes in the cluster for you. Can I get to this gate without going by the... No, I got... Okay, so... So 1 combat. That'll also increase my trace level. Oh. No. This is the Mantidea Mark 1. Its stealth directive. While its cloak is online, it hides its intent, so I have no idea what it's going to do. Because it's got the cloak. And every turn, it's going to gain barrier. Well, I guess the cloak has become my priority. I mean, I assume it's going to attack me. So, cloak. Cloak. I'm going to try drawing a random card. I'm going to discard one of my force fields. Excellent. 2 random scripts. I need it. Deal 10 damage to the cloak. Okay, the cloak has been turned off. That's what I thought. You're going to deal damage to me, you butt. Okay, I'm going to draw a card. Okay, so it's just a force field. Still, you butt. Freaking hot femme ninja robots with thick old thighs. It's rude. Okay, you're going to reactivate your cloak and then deal 8 damage. So I'm going to have to constantly take the cloak down or just go ham and attack. Like, these are my options. So I'm going to code smash and then deal more damage. And I'm going to overclock my next turn. I like how it goes invisible when it engages its cloak. That's very clever. However, I'm just going to attack you directly because you are being a pain in the butt. Yeah, no, you're just being a pain in the butt. You gotta go. Okay, so we get another hash key and some intel. And we have raised the alarm level, which is bad because it means some gates have reclosed. But it also means that my skills have recharged. So raising the alarm level isn't the worst thing you can do. What is this? Oh, if you want to get rid of a card, that's nice. Let's see. This is okay. This is to obtain a card or one of higher rarity. This is to disable a sentinel in the current cluster. This is to obtain an icebreaker, which may be able to let me disable to turn off the extraction watcher. And this is Haven. Oh, so I can use this to heal on my turn. Okay, so lots of options. Lots of options. So yeah, I remember when I played Into the Grid, it was a very, very simple, you just kept encountering more enemies as you went on. You didn't have options of going to different rooms. You didn't have options of picking out different nodes and trying things. And now it has really increased. So your pathway, it's even more than the simple, hey, choose combat or random or campfire or elite boss. It's much more like, okay, go to the room. Here's all the stuff you can do. However, are you willing to risk going in and hacking all these nodes? Because, you know, you're in. Are you willing to risk hacking all these nodes for all the attention it's going to bring to you while you're in the system? I choose the better part of valor to get the heck out of here. This room also has a watcher. What do you watch? Every time I extract a node, +1 trace. Of course. So yeah. There is so I like the more variety with this. It is, hey DC, welcome in Raiders. I do like the increased variety, and you do have to decide things differently. What I'd like to know more is if you can tell, like, you can see that the outlines of the sentinels change. I don't know if you can, like, if you know what they're going to be, or if you can pick them, or like if you hit them at a certain point, if they stop. Because no, it seems like it's kind of random. So that would be nice to know. But otherwise, yeah, this is more fun because you're having to think on multiple levels, not just your combat, but also like what you're gonna do in each room and how you're gonna get through to the core. And we haven't even done multiple layers, but right now we've unlocked 4 clusters here, and I skipped over them because I teleported out of them. Let's see here. This gate wants you to use all the nodes. And this gate wants you to use all the nodes, but every time I use a node, I'm going to get +1 trace. So, and to get to the nodes, I have to defeat the sentinels. So yeah. I think that would be nice. Yeah, I also believe it's random. I think it would be nice to know because, but also it's an early access. So based on what I have encountered, I already know what each of the enemies is going to do. So I can kind of already be prepared. So I know if I get the enemy that has the cloak, it's gonna vanish and try and, you know, keep engaging that. The other enemy is gonna like beat its chest while its jaw removes my shield. The spider is gonna like basically keep attacking me, and then the headless robot will keep taking my health. Sorry, it will keep healing itself every time it hits me. So I know what their methods are. At this point, it's just a matter of, can I survive them all? So yeah, so this is Into the Grid. Much more improved than the last time I played. And still early access. They are still going strong. You can check it out. Hold on, let me get the link for you. Check them out on Steam. Oh, the game's currently on sale, and I really like that it's cross-platform, so Mac, so Windows, Mac, and Steam OS on Linux. And yeah, very nice. So let me jack out. Let me jack out of the Matrix.